The main thing for me is that there's a big distinction between recording and live sound compressors. The recording compressor is a way different vibe than the live thing. How I use it live, I don't really play dirty often. I like to play clean. That's just the sound that's in my head most prevalently. And you just need a compressor to give validity to the tone in a real like subconscious way. Because so much of the guitar is, what we think of it is to be mainly through like a Marshall or something that's loud and dominating, and I'm more about finding the tenderness and finding the pristine, really clean, accurate sounds. And the compressor is just the variable that really makes that thing happen. That and reverb. And even if I don't have reverb, I'm always going to use a compressor. I've actually, for about 2 years now, only been using Compressor Pros. And where I put that specific box is it's tuner than Compressor Pro. I just love that combination. Usually when I find something live that works for me, the thing about live is that it's way different than recording. Live, like a certain like gut thing needs to be satisfied instantaneously for me to really like hone in on it and use it consistently. So for the Compressor Pro, that was like an immediate thing, and I keep that, like I said, second in the chain, and it hasn't moved, and I keep it on all the time. And I'll fluctuate between the threshold quite often. And I also use the older Keeley compressor as well. In the Compressor Plus, which is the, I think a 4-knob version of what's on this circuit, is that correct? I use that quite often as well. And that's still the same deal. It's always going to be right after the tuner. My first reaction to the Aria was, I heard Johnny play it. I heard Johnny Hyland play through it. So, I mean, that's anything, you know. I used to watch videos of Johnny on YouTube when I was like 14, 23 now, and had the privilege of taking lessons from him for some time. And I remember just him plugging in anything and it sounding incredible. There's something I really do sincerely love about like just the whole ethos of what the Keeley electronics thing is. And it really, aside from like one pedal, every pedal I have on my board is a Keeley pedal, which is kind of like a bummer for a lot of guitar players, because when they come to look at my board, it's all one brand. But yeah, what I loved about this pedal, talking on sonically, because I also love the aesthetic. I love this color. I think like these like old like pastels are coming back into vibe. You know, that's a cool thing. The thing I actually loved a lot was hearing the diversity of the drive. I personally don't really ever go high gain. So hearing the diversity of the drive, I'm really big on turning the volume knob down and it's still retaining its character in a way that also feels correct, aside from sound, because when you're playing live, there's so much adrenaline that's happening, and hopefully the longer you play live, the more you can reduce that effect, but still there's always like a different phase your brain is in, so it needs to feel right, it needs to be there, you know, it still needs to be spotting you while you're like lifting that thing, you know. And consistently, aside from this box, Keeley, those do that, but the drive in specific, hearing that upon first hearing, I guess, was really good, high quality.